Chapter 1. Slumped in a beach chair, a bottle of beer in his hand, Colby Mathis was on his fifth mantra of, "This is the life." Early retirement from a government job. He had very few responsibilities, and most of those were centered around running an already thriving bookstore. That was a walk in the park compared to his old life. Nobody's life depended on him. He didn't have to worry about somebody dying if he fucked up. He got to spend his days on a sunny beach. He got to stare at pretty ladies in small bikinis. A far cry from working on some task force in the FBI, where most of the agents were as fucked up in the head as he was, even if the rest of them hadn't screwed up the way he had. Des. Brooding, he tipped the bottle of beer back and let it run down his throat. 23 months earlier, he'd made a judgment call that had nearly ended with one of his fellow agents' death, and the death of a child. Desiree Lincoln, had survived. The child had survived. No thanks to Colby. He'd quit the FBI, and no force on earth, including his former boss, could make him go back. No, he had a good thing going here. The beach, girls in bikinis, beer. He didn't quite believe it, but he had another 2 hours to convince himself of just how good his life was before he had to head in for his afternoon shift at his dad's bookstore. The store that would be his in a few years. Well, technically, a third of it was his now. He'd ring up books. He'd point tourists to good spots to eat, drink, fish, whatever they wanted. It was Wednesday, it was June, and it was gorgeous out. They'd be busy until around 9:30 that night, and then it would slow down. After work, he'd head home, have a quiet night. Actually, he planned on having a quiet night, accompanied by copious amounts of Jack Daniels. He was brooding too much, and that meant he was about to start with the nightmares again. He'd rather drown them out with alcohol. If he didn't wake up with a hangover, then tomorrow he'd get up and go fishing again. Thursday was his day off. He could take the boat out. He could relax, forget all about his failures, about the job, the people he'd failed. Forget about